Hi everyone, welcome back. Today in this video we will see what firewall is, right? Let's discuss this with an analogy. I think that will make it super easy, at least for me it made it. So let's say we have a big castle, right? We can have like this. Okay, this is a castle. And then we know that for a castle there can be a lot of visitors, right? Say if a kingdom has a castle, so who will be the visitors? The first one will be traders who are willing to trade with the country. Second one, travelers, tourists. And third one, of course, we will also have thieves, right? Not many, but we will definitely have them as well, right? So if you take it as the list of users, as list of computers in the internet, so he or she can be an IP address of a computer, and he or she can be an IP, and he or she can be an IP or a computer. Computer, any computer or a system, whichever is there in the internet. So these are the set of people who can visit a castle, and these are nothing but IPs or computers that can visit your computer or mobile, etc. So usually when you have a castle, in order to add a layer of security to make sure that this communication is safe, right? What we do, we hire a gatekeeper. Or security guard. Again, in computer terms, this is nothing but firewall. So why is firewall needed? It basically replicates the duties or the actions or the security provided by a gatekeeper for a castle, right? Say what the first thing the security guard will do. So when a trader or a tourist comes, they will check the ID card and verify if that particular trader or tourist has the permission to enter the castle. So this in computer terms is called access control. So when an IP comes in, the firewall will check if that IP is in the range which is whitelisted or allowed by your system. For example, if your IP address is 100 point something something something, so here in the castle you have defined that okay, I can support IP range from 100.0 to say 100.10 point dot dot dot. So the firewall will check, okay, this trader has this, so this is trusted by our system, so I will let the trader to or this IP to communicate with my system. So this is safe. This is the first one, access control. The second one, what the gatekeeper does is to check whoever is coming in. Say a tourist comes in, but they carry a tiny bomb or something, because they are little bit jealous about some wealth that is present in the castle, and they want to destroy that, right? So the second is to make sure that nothing harmful or dangerous is entering the system or castle. So the second one is threat protection. Or packet inspection. A trader wants to sell some gold or diamond or anything he wants to trade with the castle, but he hides a small tiny bomb with his products so that he can ruin something inside, right? So the gatekeeper will also check his or her back to make sure that there is nothing harmful in it. So when an IP sends a request, which we saw in the previous videos, so it will analyze the packet to see if the request comes with anything dangerous or it contains anything harmful. If it is there, then it will stop the communication and sends it back for the next time, right? The third one, what the security guard will be doing is that, say for example a tourist has been claiming that he or she is a tourist and has visited a nearby castle with some misbehavior and he has done something fun, right? So the gatekeeper or the castle people there have informed you that, okay, a tourist with this ID is not good. So what the castle people will do, they will let the gatekeeper know that if the tourist comes claiming that he is a nice guy, he or she is a nice guy, and then gives you this ID, make sure that that is not a valid one. So send them back because they did something wrong with the other castle. So similarly in firewall also you can configure that, okay, a particular range of IP address is not good for my system, right? This is kind of IP blocking or something. So allowing a set of range is called as whitelisting, and this is a opposite, that you are blocking some IPs that they are not good. So that is pretty much what the firewall does. It is like a security guard that sits in front of your system so that it provides a layer of security against people who don't have access, or people who are trying to do something wrong with the system, or you know that those set of guys are usually or have track record of doing something wrong. So you can make sure that the request doesn't even enter your system and to your application where the request is actually served. Before that, you are having a layer of security to prevent it. So just to add on it, there are two types of firewalls. So usually we saw in the private and public IP video that, okay, you have your mobile phone, you have your computer, and you have your laptop, right? This is mobile, this is laptop, and this is computer. So basically all these things in your home sits in a private network. So usually it is not exposed to the internet. We saw that you expose it via a Wi-Fi router from your internet provider. So when you define a firewall here within the router, a router comes with a firewall sometimes, or you install a firewall in this area, right? Your own firewall. And configure rules that, okay, I need these rules for any traffic that is coming into the entire network, be it my laptop, be it or mobile, be it my computer. So there is a set of connected devices and you are configuring some rules for it. Then it is called as a hardware firewall. But then you have a application firewall within your laptop or computer. For example, Windows Defender is a firewall application, right? So you have an application here which does the same thing. You have rules. So if a traffic is coming from a certain IP or something, or if the packet doesn't contain which this computer needs, then the firewall will not allow you to enter the computer or the required application. So this firewall within a particular system as an application is called software firewall. Yeah, that is pretty much it with respect to firewall. So this is always configured in corporate networks, but the architecture might be different. And there is a concept called VPN as well when you are setting up a corporate private network, because usually in the work from home culture you always connect to your corporate network from anywhere in the world, right? So that works via VPN, virtual private network. This is an interesting topic. We can cover that in another video. Usually this is available for other reasons as well, like when we go out of town or something and we want to connect to a server in another country, also this kind of comes into picture. We can discuss this on a separate topic. Yeah, but other than that, that is pretty much it. Let me know what you think and let's meet in another video. Thank you. Bye.